Arizona Territory, 1879. The Mescalero Apaches, led by Victorio, the proudest and fiercest of all Apache war chiefs, fled from the San Carlos Reservation. Once more, they would wage war against the men who had dared to invade their homeland. Company B, United States Cavalry, the men who were desperately trying to force Victorio back onto the reservation.
Shake it up, shake it up! Come on, look alive, troopers, look alive! Come on, shake 'em up, boys, shake 'em up! Captain Green! Dale! Oh!
Captain Green, I'm Jeff Stanton.
Captain?
Some orders for you.
Being relieved of my command. Well, good luck. You're welcome to them.
Where are the rest of your men?
Well, they're dead. 3 weeks we've been trying to make contact with those Indians. Every time we get close to them, they hit and run, and we're back to chasing shadows.
They're at home here, Captain. Just like you'll be back in St. Louis.
Well, I'd be glad to see it. After this miserable place. Men and horses are tired. I've been pushing them pretty hard.
Not as hard as Victorio has been pushing his people.
I haven't given him time to sleep or even cook a meal.
They don't need it. An Indian can go for weeks and live on nothing but lizards and prairie dogs. We'll have to do the same thing if we're ever going to catch up with them.
I don't envy you, Captain. These are General Crook's instructions to Victorio. I hope someday you get a chance to deliver that message. Sergeant Cobb.
Yes, sir.
Captain Stanton is taking command.
Very good, sir.
Well, Captain, they're all yours. And good luck to you.
I'll need it.
Take care of yourself, Sergeant. Yes, sir.
How are you, Sergeant? Good to see you again, sir. It's been a long time.
That it has. Now the men dismount.
Yes, sir.
Troopers! Yes, up!
Men, my name is Stanton. The mission of this troop remains the same. Find the Apaches. To do that, you're gonna have to cover as many miles a day as they do. Sleep as little as they sleep, and live off the land. To do that, we'll have to travel light. Get rid of those bedrolls, do extra food and clothing. Sergeant, you have 5 minutes to obey that order.
Yes, sir.
All right, you men, you heard the captain. Get a move on.
Ay, 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 pobre de nosotros. Este señor está peor que nunca.
What's that you say, Ramirez?
I said Captain Stanton. He's as tough as he ever was.
Yeah? Well, he doesn't look too tough to me. Now, let me tell you something. I fought the Sioux with him. He can outfight, outride, and outlast any four of the likes of the two of you.
What's he bucking for?
His father trusted the Indians once too often. You know, they slaughtered half of his command. There was a court-martial, and he was cashiered out of the army.
Yeah, the captain's been spending the rest of his life trying to make up for it. Killing Indians.
We're ready to move out, sir.
Good. We'll save these horses until we need them. We'll proceed on foot.
Yes, sir. Reverse! All engines! Forward! And a lead! March!
Small raiding party, sir.
Small raiding party. 2 weeks we've done nothing but chase small raiding parties.
We're gonna have to turn back, sir. Men and horses can't go on without any rest.
Pick your burial details, Sergeant.
Yes, sir. Morgan, the bow. Break out a couple of shovels.
Well, Corporal?
Maybe 8, maybe 10. The tracks lead southwest.
About a half hour, would you say?
Si, Capitan. See, the edges are still sharp. The wind hasn't rounded them off yet. Half hour's just about right.
Sergeant Cobb!
Yes, sir.
I want to try something different. Pick 6 of your best riflemen. Issue them 50 rounds of ammo. Put them in that supply wagon. Tell them to keep their heads down. You'll be in charge of the detail.
Where you gonna be, sir?
I won't be far away, Sergeant.
Yes, sir. You, bring your carbine. You. You.
How many men did you lose, Sergeant?
None, sir. Only 3 wounded.
Any of them alive, Hogan?
No, sir. These Apaches rather die than surrender, sir.
Capitan, this one is still alive. No, Capitan. This is Red Hawk, Victorio's son.
Are you sure?
See, he's Victoria's only son. Be careful what you say. He went to mission school. He speaks English.
All my people understand you, Captain Stanton. You are like a wolf who moves among sheep, killing for the pleasure of it.
I have orders to talk to your father.
You expect me to tell you where my people are, so you can kill them?
Sergeant,
Yes, sir.
I want a white flag tied to that guidon.
Yes, sir.
My father will not trust your white flag, any more than he will trust you or your people.
Flag's not to bait, Red Hawk. You are. You and I both know there's an Apache face behind every rock out there. And if I'm wrong, then you're in real trouble. Just about 3 hours of this sun is all any animal will be able to take.
What's he waiting for? Why doesn't he kill him and get it over with?
Sometimes the ends justify the means.
Over there. Flag of truce.
Yeah, I know. I've been watching it for about 5 minutes. Sergeant Cobb?
Yes, sir.
Cut him down.
Yes, sir.
Dress his wounds, give him some water, tie his hands behind his back. Put him on a horse. Corporal, get that flag. You're coming with me.
Yes, sir. Captain, you're not going to ride in there alone, just the two of you.
Why not? Victorio doesn't go for what I've got to say. 100 men couldn't help us.
Su fama lo ha precedido a usted aquí, capitán. Y su reputación para matar es mayor que la nuestra.
Well, translate.
Yes, sir, but I don't think...
My father said your reputation for killing is well known here, Captain.
Tell the great Victorio I have a message for him from General Crook.
El Capitán Stanton le trae un mensaje.
Momento. El capitán debe liberar a mi hijo antes de que hablemos.
He wants you to release his son, sir, before he listens to General Crook's message.
Cut him loose.
But, sir, if you do, we'll never get out of here alive.
We have to show good faith somewhere along the line. Cut him loose.
Yes, sir.
Rifle! Mátenlos!
No, mi hijo. No los molesten.
No need to translate what he said there, sir.
Tell him General Crook wants him to lead his people back to the reservation. And he's to keep the treaty that he signed.
El general Crook quiere que ustedes vuelvan a la reservación y mantengan el tratado hecho.
Yo no falte a la palabra entre nosotros.
It was not I who broke faith between us.
General Crook knows that. The men responsible will be punished. Tell him that a new Indian agent will be sent here.
El general Crook sabe esto. Los hombres responsables serán castigados y un nuevo agente indio será mandado aquí.
And what of the gold seekers? The general said they would not come to our land, but they did. Your people broke the treaty, not my father.
If you lay down your arms and return to the reservation, I promise I'll run the miners from the mountains and never let them return.
Dispongan de sus armas y vuelvan a la reservación. Y yo les prometo llevarme a los mineros de ese territorio para siempre.
¿Me promete usted?
Do you promise?
You say my reputation's well known here. Then you know I keep my word.
Usted dice que mi reputación es bien conocida aquí. Entonces usted sabe que yo cumplo mi palabra.
Muy bien, capitán. Cuando veamos que usted llevará a cabo la promesa, nosotros retornaremos a la reservación.
No!
He said they'll go back, sir, when they see the miners have left their land.
Agreed.
De acuerdo.
Bueno.
Tell him we're taking the woman prisoner with us.
We hold no woman prisoner, Captain.
We're taking you with us, ma'am.
By force, Captain?
It's all right. They won't stop us if we don't give them time to think.
You don't understand, Captain. I'm not a prisoner.
You're not here by your own free will with these animals, these dog eaters.
If your kind hadn't driven the deer from the hills, they wouldn't have to eat what they did.
Look, who are you anyway? What are you?
My name is Gillis. I'm a missionary from the school in Santa Fe.
A missionary? Huh. Well, so civilization finally comes to the Apaches. That's a big job for a dirty-faced little girl like you.
My work was going very well until we were forced off the reservation.
You wouldn't have thought so this morning if you'd been with me and seen those miners they worked over.
Have you ever seen an Apache woman after your civilized miners finished with her? Have you ever heard their cries to God for help?
God. The only God they know is war.
What makes you think your God is so different from the one who watches over them?
Miss Gillis, I wonder who's converting who. Tell him the miners will be off the reservation within 3 days.
Los mineros irán de la reservación en 3 días.
Let's go.
Do you trust the captain? Do you believe he spoke the truth?
He thinks Indians are the lowest animal alive.
You did not answer. Do you trust him?
I don't know. How can you trust anyone that has so much hate for our people?
All right, soldier. Back into bed.
Damned Indians.
You know, Captain, I've cut into a lot of Indians in my time, and it's a strange thing, but once you get past their skins, their insides are just like ours.
Is that so? Now, what's that supposed to mean?
You come on over here. I'll give you a little something to dilute some of that bile inside of you. You know, before you got here, I used to lie awake nights worrying about having so much time on my hands. But you changed all that. It's not that I sleep any harder, but you at least keep me better supplied with customers.
You can think of a better way to keep the peace, I'll listen.
Well, I was wondering what you called it. Keeping the peace. Well, you're not your father's son, that's for certain. I knew him pretty well.
You didn't tell me that.
No, but I did. And even after the disgrace of the court-martial, he still believed that Indians were human beings.
Just goes to show he was a hard-headed, stubborn man that wouldn't face reality.
Reality can be a point of view.
Mm-hmm. I'll drink to that. Doc, you know anything about a missionary school in Santa Fe?
Well, now, if you're thinking of enrolling, forget it. They only take girls.
Captain Stanton moved the gold seekers from the reservation. The miners felt that the gold claims they had staked gave them the rights to the mountains. But with the captain ready to use force if necessary, the Arizona Territory settled down to an uneasy truce.
You men dismount and unload the supplies.
Yes, sir.
Victorio and his son, Red Hawk.
It's an honor to have them come here to meet me. New Indian agents aren't usually accepted. They have to make their friends.
Victorio only speaks Spanish. I'll try to introduce you.
I can handle this, Captain. Seems your presence is resented here. Soy un nuevo agente indio. Me llamo Thompson.
Bienvenido, hermano. Me place mucho que usted habla nuestra lengua.
Niños, vámonos, vámonos. It's amazing what a full stomach and a little soap and water can do, isn't it, Captain?
Yes, ma'am. It sure is.
Well, you mean I almost appear to be human? I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
I deserved it.
I really do want to thank you for the food and clothing you brought. But you know, there's still some things we need very badly.
What's that?
Well, we need writing slates, books to read, and some Bibles.
Bibles? For Apaches?
You still don't understand, do you, Captain?
Oh, yes. I understand that you're a missionary. You were sent here by the school.
No. My father's beliefs brought me here. He was an Indian agent. When I was 14, he died, fighting for their cause. He found he could do nothing for the people he considered his friends. You don't believe these people could be your friends, do you, Captain?
No.
Well, you're wrong. After my father's death, I stayed with the tribe for 2 years. But it didn't take me nearly that long to realize they needed more than food and clothing. So I decided to go to missionary school. When I graduated, I asked for a difficult assignment. I've been here now almost 6 months. They accept me. It makes me very proud.
Captain Stanton, supplies are unloaded. We're ready to move out, sir.
Very well, Sergeant.
Are you staying here at the agency?
Oh, yes. Where they live, I live.
I'll see that you get those supplies. Especially the rifles.
Thank you.
Detail, move out.
I could not help overhearing. You left out half of your story. The best half.
I know. I'm not ashamed that my mother was a Comanche.
What do you know? Just like the last two Sundays. And he's right on time for the sermon.
I hear the preacher's got a fiery sermon today. You listen, it might do you some good.
Think so?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it ain't the female do-gooder.
You didn't even hear that.
Why is it living with them Apache bucks? Most white women can't stand the smell of them.
I'm sorry about that.
Could you take me back?
Don, what do you care what they say?
Take me back, please.
I don't understand you. You expect me to carry you month after month and hand out groceries to you, and you don't show up with 1 red cent. Now, as of... Shut that door! And you, Hodges, as of now, you're down on my books for $400. Wilson, $560. You, Black, $225. And Miller, you're down here for $350.
Did you call us in here to tell us how much we owe you?
I don't owe you nothing. You gave me that money for a grub stake, for 50% of anything I hit.
That's right, a grub stake.
All right, you're right. I grub staked you for a share of any strike you might make. And some of you were about to hit it rich.
I was so close to that mother lode, I could smell it.
So far, I haven't received 1 red cent for the money I spent backing you men.
How do you expect us to pay you dividends when the Army won't let us anywhere near what's rightfully ours? That land belonged to us long before the Indians.
That's right. Yeah, we know that. Mr. Hodges, why don't we take the government to court?
Let the case drag through the court for 10 years?
All right, then. Why don't we try talking some sense into that captain's head, that Captain Stanton?
I've tried that.
What about that new Indian agent?
All right, we'll keep on trying. Shut the door!
Well, it's a little bit hard on the chin, but like you said, Mr. Owens, there's more than one way to get to a man.
What do you mean, Greer?
What happened? Well, what happened?
I just had my teeth chipped by a captain in the United States Army by the name of Stanton.
Any witnesses?
A church full.
Men like Stanton are necessary in time of war. But we are no longer at war. In our peaceful territory, the rights, the privileges, and the dignity of the individual citizen must be recognized. Right, men?
Right.
I'll send those exact words in the telegram to Washington. The territorial delegate agrees. Why, we'll be back in those mountains before the first snow.
That's so
The issue is whether or not the high-handed, impulsive methods of this Captain Stanton are to be condoned. General, the rights of our citizens must be respected above all others, even if it costs the life of every Indian in the Southwest.
The delegate from Arizona needn't remind us that the Indian does not have the right to vote.
I am not, sir. But I do want to remind you of your duty to honest, God-fearing men who have gone forth to carve their homes into what was just a short while ago a wilderness. And I assure you, if we neglect our duty here, Arizona will turn again into a wilderness.
It is certainly not the Army's wish or desire to exterminate the Apache. But there may be something to what you say. Since we have declared peace, the impulsive actions of Captain Stanton do seem out of place. I will have the matter taken under immediate advisement.
Thank you, sir.
With the delegate from Arizona on their side and the gold that they knew was there driving them on, the miners were in open defiance of Captain Stanton's orders.
Come on.
Gold! I told you, didn't I? That's the richest rock I ever did see.
I'll get the sacks. We'll carry as much of it with us as we can.
That vein is 2 feet high. Yow!
Wait a minute! Don't shoot him!
Gold. Almost pure. It's richer than ours.
Look at that. Both the shots and the blasting came from the deep canyon between here and Patrol Camp 5.
Patrol Camp 5?
Yes, sir.
Closer to it than they are. Come on.
Where'd you get this, boy? Where'd you get it?
You'll be glad to talk when we get through with you.
Stupid Indian. What do you want with gold? Why don't you tell us?
You'll talk. I'll lose all your skin.
Don't do it! Throw him up here. I'll use the edge.
We found gold, Captain. I tell you right in there, we found gold.
You found nothing but trouble.
That claim's been mine for over 2 years. You got no right to come in here. You got no right, I tell you.
Sergeant? Yes, sir? Take Red Hawk into the infirmary.
No.
Have the doc take care of him and hold him there. I'll take those two into town.
Yes, sir.
What right have you to give our land to the Apaches?
Yeah, what right?
My orders are to keep you off that reservation.
Indian lover, huh?
Sheriff, preferring charges against those two.
Look, Captain, I can't arrest these men just for being on that land.
Maybe not. But you sure can for torturing an Indian.
They've been doing it to us for years. Now it's time we paid them back.
I saw them torture a woman, too.
Simmer down, boys. Captain here is only doing his duty, just as the sheriff is doing his. Now, if these men have done wrong, they must have a court trial. Sheriff, book and hold these men. That is, until bail is furnished.
All right. All right, Captain, I'll lock them up for you.
You can't blame the boys for being a little short-tempered, Captain.
I'm warning you. Keep out of those hills. They're not healthy.
You threaten us, Captain.
No, I'm not. I'm just wondering how Victorio is going to feel when he finds out what those two did to his son.
All right, boys, let's go.
George, I'll be in to post bail.
Thought you told us Stanton was being replaced.
He is, only you don't know it. Colonel Perry rode through town a couple hours ago.
Captain? Doc?
Where's Red Hawk?
Oh, yeah, funny thing about that Indian, you know, his skin blistered just like yours would under the same conditions.
Never mind the lecture. Where is he?
Gone. Right after I received orders to get his red carcass out of here.
Who gave you that order?
Colonel Nathan Perry, our new commanding officer.
How many men at this post, Sergeant?
5, sir.
For a total at all outposts of...
Captain Stanton reporting, sir.
Oh, yes, Stanton. Glad you were able to make your way back here. Be with you in a moment. For a total of, almost 3 troops. Was the disposition of the outpost patrols your idea, Captain?
Yes, sir. Outpost patrol all passes leading onto the reservation.
The men entrusted to your command were then spread out over an area of approximately 100 miles. Is that correct?
That's right, sir.
What do you suppose would have happened if Victorio decided to break out of the reservation in force?
I don't think you have to worry about that, sir.
They would have been massacred, sir. Slaughtered without a chance to defend themselves. Sergeant, do I understand when the sun is high as at the present that you can send heliograph messages to all outposts?
That's right, sir.
Then flash this signal at once. Ordering all patrols to break camp and return here immediately.
Yes, sir.
In case of an uprising, Captain, I shall have a strong mobile fighting unit ready to meet force with force, as I did against the Kiowas.
Colonel, an Apache is 10 times a warrior a Kiowa is. An Apache looks on war as sort of a religion.
Exactly. And how could you have controlled them with your squadron spread all over the territory?
I don't think there'll be any trouble, sir. As long as we have patrols guarding the reservation against the greedy white element. Victorio's no saint, but he'll keep his word if we'll keep ours.
The last time I heard an officer express such a ridiculous opinion, 350 men of his squadron were slaughtered 2 days later. I'm sure you know the officer responsible was your father. If I hadn't been assigned to company headquarters as junior officer, I would have been one of them.
So I'm being relieved, Colonel. May I have a copy of my orders?
Yes, Captain. You will remain on here as my adjutant. Have your orderly gather your personal effects. Good day, sir.
The colonel's orders were carried out. The outposts were called back to headquarters.
Captain Stanton?
All the patrols are on the way in, sir.
Very well, Sergeant.
Captain, can I say just one word off the record?
What is it?
Sir, I've been in the service a long time. But of all the backbiting, string-pulling, conniving, politicking I ever seen, this beats it all. And after all you've done to keep the peace out here.
I suppose the men all feel the same way?
Yes, sir, they sure do.
Well, let me tell you something, Sergeant. If I ever hear you or any of the men say one word against our commanding officer, I'll string you up by the heels to the nearest tree. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now get ready to stand inspection.
Yes, sir.
Detail, ho!
Yes, sir. I'll tell you, it stinks. The whole thing just stinks.
Oh, all right. The Army's out of the way. But I can't send men and equipment into that mine. Those Indians will be down on us within an hour.
We got the richest strike I ever seen. We can't work it.
I tell you, I'm sick of talk.
What about the Indian agent?
Oh, I've tried for the last 3 months to make friends with him. He's not like the last one. I even offered him a part of my percentage in the mines.
A guy who makes a lousy few dollars a month turns you down?
He not only turned me down, he threatened to go to Captain Stanton with the whole deal. However, I did find out one thing. When Geronimo acted up once too often, they shipped him off to Florida.
Why don't we do the same thing with Victorio?
Because Victorio ain't causing any trouble.
No, not now he isn't. But if given reason enough, he would.
That a fact?
Yes, sir. That is a fact.
Just a simple Indian arrow was all it took to create the trouble they were looking for.
They shot him with this in front of the agency office last night. Greer here saw them do it, didn't you, Greer?
Yeah, that's right. I seen him do it with my own 2 eyes.
It just shows you how the Apaches treat their friends.
Dirty Apaches. We ought to kill them all.
Thompson here was as much against us going into the mountains as the Army is.
What I want to know is, what are we going to do about this?
Now, listen, folks.
Every last mother son of them.
I'm not going to let you take the law into your own hands.
Don't you try to stop us, Sheriff.
Listen, you two, you're out on bail. Remember that. You take my advice, you keep out of this.
And let these Indians get away with murder?
Now, listen, folks, I'm not going to let you do this.
All right, we're riding for the reservation. You going with us? Get your horses. Let's go. Come on.
The army has moved from the hills. I have come to see Mr. Thompson to find out why.
Well, he hasn't arrived yet this morning. The door's still locked.
Perhaps he has ridden to my father's camp. Has Captain Stanton mentioned anything about the army moving?
I haven't seen the captain for about 10 days.
10 days. No message from him? No word of any kind? Could he have found out about you? Has he learned you are half Indian?
Why is our blood so important? What difference does it make?
To some people, no difference. To men like Captain Stanton, it is everything. Dawn, my feelings toward you have not changed. I can even forget you are half white.
If you've come to help us, Captain, welcome.
Place those miners under arrest and escort them into town. You do have a law against murder, don't you, Sheriff?
You bet we do, Captain.
This is our law. These Indians killed Mr. Thompson, Captain. Greer here seen him do it.
And we ain't leaving till we finish this job.
At a 45-degree angle.
You're bluffing, Captain. Fire! I told you couldn't fire on no white man.
Greer, the next order I give will be shoot to kill.
We ain't leaving, Captain.
No! Murderers! Butchers!
Get out of the way! We got nothing against you.
Kill me, too! I'm half Indian! Kill me!
All right, what are we waiting for, boys? Let's finish it! Fire!
Ceasefire! Dismount and take care of the wounded. Reverse, dismount. One to go.
Where are you taking her?
To our doctor.
Now, what do you have to say in your defense?
Nothing, sir. Except what I've already told you. If I hadn't ordered my men to open fire, all of Victorio's people would have been murdered.
Captain, you're forgetting you're a soldier, not a judge.
This is no proof Red Hawk and his warriors killed Thompson. Could have been planted on the body.
What about the eyewitness, Captain? A man named Greer said he saw the whole thing.
Greer's a liar.
That'll do, sir. Your involvement with this missionary woman has evidently clouded your senses.
My involvement with this missionary woman, Colonel, is my personal business. I don't think the Apaches killed Thompson. I'd stake my Army future on it.
You just have, Captain. Until I can track down your Indian friends, consider yourself under arrest and confined to this post. Any questions?
No, sir.
Sergeant?
Men are mounted and ready to move out, sir.
Very well.
Colonel, there's a delegation of the townspeople here to see you.
Tell them I haven't time to see them.
Sir, I just did.
Man that you talking
You
to us,
better
Colonel.
take time to
You've
see
got
us,
a murder
Colonel.
there.
That's him! That's him right there! He shot down my husband!
And my brother. It's your duty to turn him over to us, Colonel.
It's my duty to see that justice is done. If he is at fault, he will be dealt with accordingly. I assure you the Army will do everything to discipline properly. Now go back to town and barricade the streets.
Barricade? You mean we're
They're
in
coming
danger
after
of being
us?
attacked?
This is merely a precautionary measure. I'm writing out with my entire command. I'm sure I can intercept Victorio before he reaches town.
Oh, you dirty, dirty Indian
We better
woman,
hurry
you!
back to town.
They're
Come
not
on,
going to
let's
let him do that, are you?
Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
Company, at a trot, forward, ho!
How is she?
I've located the bullet. I'm gonna get it out.
Did you give her something for the pain?
All I have is whiskey, and that'll make her sick. You just hang on, and I'll be as easy as I can.
Jeff.
Talk to me.
Jeff, the doctor said Victorio and my people are leaving the reservation.
Yes, that's right.
Stop them. Please stop them. Make them go back.
All right. She's fainted, Doc.
That's a blessing. Got it.
Sergeant! Roll carbine! After ready!
What are we chasing, Apaches or ghosts?
Forward! Ho!
At least those aren't ghosts. Bugler, sound the charge!
Dios nos proteja. I said, sir, please have mercy on us. I think we've ridden right into a trap.
Take cover! Ho!
Take cover!
his leg up, Colonel.
Orderly! Sergeant, we'll never get out of here without help. As soon as it gets dark, I want a volunteer to take a message to Fort Tucson.
Yes, sir.
Come in!
Yeah, you're coming along fine. Yep. Take a sip of this. I'll be right back.
The tribe is moving into the hills. I have come to take you.
No, I belong here.
You speak like a child who knows no better. The hatred that he has for us is not good.
He loves me.
That's good news, Doc. Feeling better, good.
I have come for her. She is in danger here.
She'll be in more danger if she goes with you.
Perhaps. But at least she will not die of a broken heart. Have you not forgotten she is a breed? Her mother was a squaw. A Comanche squaw. You are going to marry her, Captain? You will be very proud when you hear your children called breeds. Animals. Well, Captain?
I'm ready to go.
And you're the one that said that your father was a stubborn, hard-headed man who wouldn't face up to reality?
The whole command is pinned down in Snake Canyon, Captain. I couldn't have made it to Tucson. I knew you'd be here. The wires from town have been cut.
Jeff, they'll wipe out the command and probably the town, and that's only the beginning.
Doc, can you still ride?
As soon as I patch him up, I'm ready.
Then you'll have to go to Tucson, bring help from the fort. I'm going into town. I don't believe the Apaches killed Thompson. If I can prove it, maybe I can get Victorio to turn back before it's too late.
Right.
Going over to the store. Call me in an hour and I'll spell you.
You don't need me yet. I'm gonna grab a little shut-eye. You. You're supposed to be under arrest. What do you want here?
Come over here. What's the matter?
I don't like being surprised.
Sit down over there. I want to ask you some questions. About your friend Greer and that arrow that killed Mr. Thompson. Know anything about it?
I don't know nothing about any arrow.
Nothing.
No.
I think you need a drink. Might refresh your memory.
That'll do.
All of it. That arrow that killed Mr. Thompson. It was a Arapaho. But, you don't know anything about it.
No. No more, please.
Down with it.
I can't tell you what I don't know, Captain.
You don't know anything about that arrow?
Well, this was Apache's. I had no idea. It's Apache.
Drink it.
out there? What do you want?
It's Hodges, Mr. Owens. Gotta see you. It's important.
What could be so important this time of night? Oh, you're drunk. You'll be court-martialed for breaking arrest. What do you want here?
Some answers. Who killed Thompson?
You must be out of your mind.
Maybe so. But the Apaches didn't do it. They wouldn't have used an Arapaho arrow.
Arapaho?
That's right. That arrow was so crooked it couldn't have been shot.
Oh, so that's it. I knew Greer was up to something.
Keep talking.
Well, you know the position I'm in here, Captain. These people look to me for leadership. Unfortunately, I can't control them all. Now, Greer came to me a few days ago, said he had a plan that would help our cause. He did ask me if he could borrow one of those old arrows.
I see. Stay there. Over here, we'll go out the back way.
But it's not the way you believe. I told you it was Greer. Look, Captain, can't we make a deal?
I see it. Get rid of it. Mr. Owens was just on his way to tell the colonel how you killed Thompson.
He won't be able to tell him now, will he?
No, he won't. But you will.
I tell you, we can't get through them Apaches.
Turning me loose?
Sure I am.
You need me, don't you, boy?
Yeah. Just long enough to help me get rid of those two.
Oh, no. Killing Apaches against the law. Besides, I ain't looking forward to spending the next few years in jail.
Jail would be a lot better than what those Apaches will do to you if they ever get their hands on you. But you make up your own mind.
My mind's made up.
Need me too, don't you? Come on.
Colonel, the command's pretty well shot up.
Hold your fire! It's the captain!
Hang on to him, Sergeant. Colonel Perry, Ramirez got through to me. Help is on its way.
Stanton, I'll see that word of what you've done gets into the report.
Let's have him, Sergeant. Colonel, here's the man that swore he saw an Apache kill Thompson. I think he's ready to tell the truth now.
Well, go ahead.
It's like I said before, Colonel. The Apaches killed Thompson.
Sergeant Cobb?
Yes, sir.
Throw him out there and let him make a run for it.
Indians never killed him. I done it.
I want a signed confession. Give him paper and a pencil, Sergeant. Sir, if I can reach Victorio and convince him that you and the townspeople were taken in by Greer and Owens, well, I'm sure I can arrange a truce. With your permission, sir.
Permission granted.
If successful, I'll signal from the rim of that hill.
Good luck.
Victorio. ¿Dónde está Victorio?
My father, Captain. Well, Captain?
That's up to you, Red Hawk. You're their chief now. You have to make the decisions. If it's war, then there's no future for you or your people. If you want peace, read this. It's a signed statement of the man who killed the Indian agent.
Has your colonel seen this?
Yes. He asked for a truce.
I will meet with the colonel.
He's waiting for my signal. Miss Gillis, how is she?
As far as you are concerned, she is dead.
Colonel, Captain Stanton made it. There it is.
Sergeant, get my horse.
Yes, sir. Colonel, look. It's the reinforcements Captain Stanton sent for. They're in position and waiting for orders. But we won't need them now, will we, sir?
Sergeant, break out the heliograph equipment from the wagon. I want to send a message.
Yes, sir.
Slice this.
Colonel, this is Red Hawk. He is now chief of the Mescalero Apaches.
Let's discuss the terms.
I will tell you the terms. My people will go back to the reservation. There are to be no reprisals by you or your government.
That sounds reasonable, Colonel.
You give your word?
Colonel?
I guess I have no choice, Captain.
Do we have your word, Colonel?
You have his word.
He must tell me.
I'm sorry, I can't keep that promise. Order your people to drop their arms. You're under arrest.
Colonel, you let me get my word.
I needed the time.
Liar!
After 3 weeks in the hospital, Captain Stanton was ordered to await the arrival of General Nelson from Washington.
Colonel, your work out here is finished. I'll see that you're transferred back east.
Yes, sir.
You'll take charge of this post, Major.
I appreciate your confidence, General, but I can't accept. Here's my resignation.
Your resignation? I thought you'd be pleased.
I would be if we'd been able to make an honorable peace.
Stanton, my orders were to get an unconditional surrender. I'm sorry I had to use you, but I had no choice.
Didn't you?
Would you leave us, please, Colonel?
Yes, sir.
Officers with a sense of duty towards humanity and with compassion, hard to find. Your father was such a man. Unfortunately, I didn't find out till it was too late. I'd like you to reconsider, Stanton.
I made up my mind, General. Sorry.
So am I.
Red Hawk, I want you to know something. I disagree with the Army and the Department of the Interior about shipping you and your people off to Texas. I can't change what has happened. But for whatever it's worth, I've just handed in my resignation.
They say the reservation in Texas has a running stream, tall grass. My people are being given a fresh start. The Texans have no old wounds to remind them of the bad days. But you must not leave the Army.
You're the last person I ever thought I'd hear that from.
When we met beside my father's body, you spoke of the responsibility I have to my people and their future. You have as much responsibility to the tribes that will be brought to this place after we leave. If you stay, you will not be alone. One cannot dictate to the hardened. Visit me one day in Texas. Bring your children.